Shanti. Here we are going to understand what is Rajyog exactly. So when we ask ourselves, who am I? Yeah, who are we? So generally we associate ourselves with the body. The body has been given a name, and we associate ourselves as this body and this name. And whatever we have achieved in life through the medium of this body. It may be name, fame, some degree, some skills. So we have acquired this on our journey, on this life journey. And we associate ourselves with these skills. For example, here we have given this person of a person who is saying, I'm a very successful doctor. And then looking at his body says he thinks I'm very handsome. Then he has some traits. He says, I have a low self, I'm handsome, but I have a low self-esteem and I'm fearful. Then on the basis of the money that he has acquired, he thinks I'm rich. And on the basis of connections uh, in the world, he thinks I know this actor, this famous actor very well. Then he has certain likes and dislikes. So he says, I don't like people, but I love dogs. So this is a self which has been created by us uh, throughout this journey called life. We have acquired things, we have acquired skills, we have acquired likes and dislikes. And we define ourselves through these parameters. And we have created a self image, an image of ourselves. I am so and so, so and so, so and so. This is called a self image. And in one word, it is called ego. The question is, and then as this person, thinking myself to be this person who has been given a particular name, my whole identification is through that. And I'm living the life of that person. So this person is called Dan. So I'm living the life of Dan. So Dan has a family, Dan is a doctor, he has colleagues, he goes to the supermarket, goes hiking, he's into meditation, he goes partying. So Dan itself is an is a character that is made up in the mind through thoughts, through feelings, through emotions, on the basis of the skills or degrees or money or status acquired in the outside world. So this character has been made up of all these traits, these parameters. But when we are to question, am I Dan? Am I this body? Who is Dan? Say, if I ask Dan, how old are you? He says 40 years old. So when I ask him, like 40 years back, a body was born whose parents gave him a name called Dan, right? That's how Dan came into existence. But before 40, where was he? So Dan is absolutely clueless. And in that 40 years of his journey, he has acquired all these things, acquired all these traits. But one day Dan will have to, the body won't be there. The body called Dan won't be there. And with the body gone, all these things will be gone. So who is gone? So Rajyog means dissolving this imaginary self. Just just imagine that there's no body which is left. Let's peel out each and every layer. The body is gone. The body is gone. What is left behind? The mind. The thoughts are gone. The thoughts gone. The language is gone. Feelings are gone. Emotions are gone. So what is it that is left behind? Realizing that self which is left behind after all these layers are done away with is realizing this my true self is Rajyog. So Rajyog means dissolving the imaginary self and realizing my true self as a as that being of light, which is actually responsible for this body, for all the thoughts, for all the emotions, for all the feelings. Without this self, without this true self, none of this is possible. So realizing that core, realizing that I'm that being of light, beyond words, beyond actions, beyond thoughts, beyond feelings, beyond movements, beyond sound, is that pure being of light is Rajyog. And then when I realize myself as a pure being of light, then I connect with that supreme being of light whom we call God, or we call Allah, or we call Ishwar, or we call Bhagwan, or we call Jehovah, whatever, different names, but entity is same. So Rajyog means realizing my true self and then connecting with the supreme self, being of light. Realizing my true self as a being of light and connecting with the supreme being of light is what we understand, we experience in Rajyog.